Welcome everyone to the Bowling University studio from the International Bowling Campus here in Arlington, Texas. This is the Profit Break. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, we're glad you're here. Give us 15 minutes and you're going to be well on your way to improving yourself and your profitability. Now, the question of whether leaders are born or made has been debated for years, maybe even decades. Now, according to Hall of Fame football coach Vince Lombardi, leaders aren't born, they in fact are made. True leadership comes through experience, determination, and passion. And while some people are blessed with certain leadership skills, I do believe, Coach Lombardi, that leadership skills can be learned. Now, on today's show, we're going to start to unpack what it takes to develop those leadership skills as part of our three-part Bowling University Leadership Series. So let's get started and jump right in. So first, again, welcome. This is the part of our three-part series that we're going to unpack this thing called leadership and give you some quick tips to develop your leadership style no matter where you are. We'll start with this, some three levels of leadership and three levels of people and work skills. And all of us kind of fall into one of these three buckets here. And I'm really simplifying this for us so we can get some quick hits, some quick tips as we move forward. So level one, that's the person that works better with people and is a follower or a doer. And I don't really like the term follower because often that has a negative connotation in our society. But in fact, there's doer. Now look, not everyone should be a leader. In fact, some people don't want to be a leader, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The world needs doers. They need people that get things done, and we need those people in our organization. We need those in our personal relationships, our professional relationship. We just need folks to get things done there. My lovely bride is a perfect example of this. She is a doer. Although she's more than qualified to be a leader, she has great leadership and management skills. The fact is she enjoys doing for others and enriching others, and that's just where she fits in. So there's nothing wrong with being in that level one. If we move up a level, level two, that's the person that helps people work better. You know, they're a manager and a supervisor. And some of you join us today, you might be there today. You might be supervising others or managing others in the spot that you're in there. And managing is about compliance. It's about getting people to do things that you need done. Can you get folks to be compliant with the tasks that need to be done? Again, nothing wrong with that. We need managers, we need supervisors, we need folks that can help people work and work and get things done better. And that's perfectly fine there. But that's really about compliance. Level three is the person who develops people. And that person really is a leader. And if you think about folks that you know and you look up to that they have this ability, it's just that innate ability to develop others, develop people. That's when we're taking things and moving them to the level of commitment. And there's a big difference between being compliant and being committed. They're two very, very different things. We need people to help get both of those done. But as a leader, you want to develop those skills and get people to be committed. And this is really an important step, and it's important that even though these definitions are very simplistic, it's important that you understand yourself first and foremost. And then ultimately, as you grow in this leadership journey and start going to this level of commitment, you ultimately need to understand others. So wherever you are, that's fine, but you have to know, right? You've got to take a step back and figure out, am I at level one today? Am I at level two? Or am I at level three and I just want to get better? Wherever you are, you are. But I'm going to guess that because you're still with us here, joining us today, you want to get to that next level and you want to get to that level of commitment. And that's where it gets to be really fun for those of us that enjoy leadership. Now, for some of you, I'm going to take you back to your psychology days at school. We're going to do a little bit of 201 psychology concepts here. And I want to walk you through these and then explain why it's important. Because you may think, hey, wait a minute, why do I need to know this and understand how to be a better leader? Well, when you're going to get to the level of commitment, that's different than getting to a level of compliance. And you need to understand something that was developed a long time ago in 1943 by a psychologist named Abraham Maslow. It still holds up all these years later. It's coming up on almost, a couple more decades. It'll be 100 years old. And it really is the theory of human motivation, the 5 levels of human experience. And let's walk through these so we just have a basic understanding of what they are. And then I'll try to tie it together on why it's important to you as you get to that level of leadership and commitment there. First is this level of basic needs, the physiological needs: food, water, warmth, rest. As a society, all of us That's the first step that we need to have. And the reason we teach this, or the reason that Maslow does this in the form of the pyramid, is these steps build upon each other. They are not mutually exclusive, meaning you can't go to that next step of basic needs of safety and security until you have the food, water, warmth, and clothing, taken care of. So they build and show. Those are the basic needs. We're very blessed and fortunate in our country that most of us don't even think about these. They just happen. But the reality is this is the basic needs that we all move up and down the pyramid. Now, once those basic needs are taken care of, we can move on to what's called those psychological needs. That's where we get into things like needs of belongingness, intimate relationship, friendships, and then you get into this level of esteem needs, the prestige and feeling of accomplishment. These are our psychological needs. Excuse me. And as life situations happen to us, we can move up and down this pyramid, both personally and professionally. And then occasionally, just occasionally, some of us are able to get to a point of this, what they call self-actualization. It's a very unique spot to be in, and it's a very fulfilling one because it really is that self-fulfillment needs. It's achieving your full potential, including creative activities. It's where you are then into that full mode of influencing others and helping others. Now, understand this. Managers do not need to understand this concept. You can be a very successful manager, and many of you maybe are or have been or will be, and that's great. You don't have to understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs in order to be a successful manager. But I will challenge you, and I believe this, that you have to understand this if you're going to be a leader. If you're going to lead others, influence others, move them from compliance to commitment, you really need to understand this, not only for yourself, but for others. And some people in traditional management don't want to go to the extra steps and the extra work and things that it takes to dig in and understand this, because this takes a lot of work, folks. If you have a staff of 12 or 2 or family or 102 or the span of control of people that you can influence, you have to know where each of your people are personally and professionally. And I did say personally, and I know sometimes that strikes a nerve with some that, hey, this is a job, I shouldn't get into personal matters with people. And while I may not want to dig into people's personal matters and give them advice or give them counsel or be nosy to know what's going on in their life, if I want to be a leader, I really better take some time and understand each of the team members on my team and where they are personally, where they are professionally, so I can help them reach their highest level. So this lesson 1 is really all about how do I set the foundation, how do I take people from compliance to commitment after understanding where I am in those skill levels, and do I want to really start those leadership skills. So if you would like to learn more about leadership and developing your leadership skills, then I really would encourage you to make plans, join us here at the campus for one of our management schools. Or you can reach us anytime for more information at education@bpa.com. So as we wrap up another edition of the Profit Break, remember, when your focus is on growing people, people will grow your business. Now this episode, as well as all our previous Profit Break episodes, available 24/7 for you and your team at bowlinuniversity.net. Now we have new episodes every month. Mark your calendar, watch your email, join us on Facebook to hear about all the latest topics. Until then, I'm Bart Berger, and remember, do for one what you wish you could do for everyone. We'll see you next time.